Hello YouTube, and today we are making a video to show you guys how to make caramel popcorn. So all you need are the following ingredients. You need some popcorn, of course, microwavable popcorn. You need baking soda, butter, and light brown sugar. So stay tuned as I teach you guys this simple trick on how to make caramel popcorn. Okay, to get started on your caramel, you want to have about 1.5 sticks of butter. So I'm going to add this butter to my pan. Okay, turn your stove on low. And then you want to add your butter to the pan. So we're going to add 1.5 sticks of butter to this pan. Like that. We're going to let our butter melt down a little bit first. Okay, so you want to let your butter melt down in your saucepan like I have here. Really nicely. We have it on low so that we don't burn the butter. We just want the butter to melt down. So I'm just melting this butter down. So now that the butter is pretty much melted down pretty well, I'm going to add the sugar. So what you want to do is get about 3/4 cup of sugar. Now, if you choose to use 2 sticks of butter, you may want to use a whole cup of brown sugar, but I'm using about 3/4 cup of brown sugar. So I have it in my Pyrex, and I'm going to pour this into the pot. Okay. So now that that's in the pot, I want to turn my heat up just a little bit because you want to bring this to a boil. And then I'm kind of working the sugar into the butter. Working the sugar into the butter. Once your caramel reaches a boil, let it cook for about 5 minutes on medium heat. Okay, so once you know your caramel and your sugar mixture starts to boil like it's doing now, you want to let this cook by itself without stirring for about 5 minutes. Okay, now it's time to add your vanilla extract. So I'm going to add my vanilla extract. I'm actually using a cake batter flavor. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I just want to make sure we're adding the correct amount. So it says 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So we're going to do that now. I'm going to just eyeball it. Okay. So now I'm going to start to stir. Okay, now you want to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So I'm going to add that now. All right, and then you want to just stir. Make sure it's on low. We don't want to have any explosions. So I just turned it off because it's pretty hot already, and I'm just stirring. Okay. So now you see your caramel has changed color a little bit. We added the baking soda to aerate it. So now we're going to add our popcorn. Okay, now you want to add your caramel to your popcorn. So we're just going to pour it on there like this. And we just want to toss our popcorn in that caramel. All right, so we got all our caramel on the popcorn. You just want to toss it into that caramel mixture. Just toss it into that caramel mixture like we're doing now. Tossing it into the caramel. Tossing it into the caramel like this. Tossing it into the caramel mixture like this. Be gentle with it. You don't want to break your kernels. So we're just tossing it and tossing it and tossing it into the caramel mixture. Tossing it into the caramel mixture like this. So I'm going to get this moved over to a pan so that it can dry off. Okay. Okay, most of my kernels are fully coated in caramel, and now I'm going to put them in a pan. You can also use a cookie sheet, whatever you have around to let this dry off. So I have a pan. I'm just going to pour this out on the pan. All right, so I'm just gonna let my popcorn dry off, so set this to the side. Okay, I'm letting some of my popcorn dry off. I didn't have a cookie sheet, so I had some plastic wrap that I put down. But this is some of the kernels that I'm waiting to dry off. And I'll show you the other kernels as well. We're just waiting on them to dry off so we can eat them. They look amazing. All right, once they're dry, I'll show you guys the finished product. All right, you guys, this is our finished product for the popcorn. Doesn't it look amazing? It tastes even greater. So good. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys try this recipe at home and let me know how it goes in the comments. Thank you so much. I'm chewing on popcorn right now because it's so good. Please like, share, subscribe, and pass it along. Love you guys. Bye.